Hello, Facebook Live. How are you guys? To those of you jumping on right now, say hi. Let me know you're on. To those of you watching the replay, hello. Thank you. Just stick around with me while I wait for some people to jump on. But I am going to be telling you guys how I made my client cry. And I made her cry multiple times. But this is a huge lesson for lots of people out there. And I'm excited to share it. What's up? Say hi when you jump on. Hi, Anita. Who else is on? I saw a love heart pop up, but it's not telling me who it is. Who are you, love heart? Anyways, by the way, I got my hair done. I love it. So, alright, hey, Monica. So, I'm gonna start jumping right in. So, made my client cry multiple times, and this could end up being a huge lesson for a lot of you out there, and this could literally be what takes you from where you are right now to the next level, okay? Because, hi everyone jumping on. So many people jumping on. Maybe I should just wait a little bit. Say hi when you're on so I know that you're on. Give me some hellos. Alright, so essentially made my client cry multiple times, and this is because of a huge thing. This is something that you guys need to hear, especially those of you who feel stuck, or maybe like you're not getting to the next level, or maybe you're not capable of it, or you're just not sure where you're going. And thank you. I love it too. So, alright, so my client's goals. Well, she wants to be able to run a mile for school. So she's young, and, well, she's not young, okay, don't get me wrong, she's like 14, yeah, 14, and she needs to run a mile in, I think it's 13 minutes, or 13 or 12 minutes, okay, and she's a freshman in high school, and so, of course, I made her run, and we've been training together for a little while now. This was, I think, our ninth session together, okay? So, as we're training, we're on the treadmill, and she really doesn't like to run, okay, as it is. So, what happens is I get her going, and I actually am telling her, like, we gotta push harder than we normally push, okay? Because if we don't, then we can't grow, alright? And so she gets to running, and I was like, your goal is to be running at a pace of 6.5 miles per hour. And the reason I have her doing this is because I know that pace is going to get her right at where she needs to be and faster. And, of course, this is what I want her to do because I know she's capable of it because I've seen her do it before. But the only thing that I've seen hold her back is this. Now, this is somebody who... Then she asked me, like, oh, can I run at 6 instead? And I was like, no, the 0.5 is all mental, okay? So keep this in mind as we're going. And anyways, so she's running on the treadmill. She's doing awesome. She's kicking ass. And I'm like, keep it up. This is amazing. You're doing so well. And she hits about 0.4 in. And she's like, I really need to slow down. My legs hurt. I can't breathe. And I was like, girl, you are breathing right now. You are breathing so deeply. This is really good. This is just new. Your body is not used to this, and your mind. This is like an emotional shift more than anything. You've never been the person who's running at this pace. You guys, sorry, I'm saying you guys because I'm talking to you guys, but I was like, you've never been pushed this far. You've never pushed yourself this far. This is more of a growth break that you need than anything else, and we're not taking that break. Keep going until you hit 0.5, okay? So I wanted her to run a full half mile at 6.5 miles per hour because I know she could do it, and I believe in her, but the thing is she has a disconnect in what she believes she could do. So what does she do? She runs it, of course, and she's like, I really need a break. And she's like, I'm going to start to cry a little bit. And I was like, just slow it down. Just take a break, work your way back down. You're doing so well on time. Now your next goal would be to start running again in about no more than 40 seconds. She had more than that, but I told her 40 so she could set that just because you know your clients. So anyway, so she ends up getting her water, and she's still walking and everything, and she's like, and kind of complaining a little bit about it, and it hurts, and I can't breathe, I literally can't breathe. This is her telling me, and I'm like, girl, and she's, keep in mind, guys, she actually is breathing very deeply, and I can recognize signs of someone who's actually struggling and someone who's more here. So she's, I can't breathe, my legs hurt, and I was like, good, like, this is great, because your lungs are taking the time, like, literally, you are pushing yourself past the point. Guys, keep in mind, working out is not supposed to be this, like, it's not a healthy experience, I guess, right? Because our stress levels are going up, our body's working extra hard, our muscles are breaking down. We're using all this energy. So anyway, so she's like breathing really hard. She's like, I can't breathe, like, it hurts to breathe, and my legs hurt, and oh my god, I can't do this. And I was like, come on, get back on it, start running, let's go. And not in a mean way, but I was like, girl, the only reason I'm asking you to do this is because I know you can do this, and I don't ask anybody to do things that I don't think they can do. Hence, keep in mind why I put so much onto you guys and into my feed about what you guys can do, because I believe in you all. So anyway, she gets back on, she starts running, and she's like really not having it. I was like, she's like, can I run at 5? And I was like, no, go up. And then when you feel the need to go down, but treat this like it's your mile. Treat this like this is your make or break grade. Treat this like this is either you're in or you're out, okay? So anyway, so she picks up the pace, she's running. She's doing well, okay? Keep in mind, she's still breathing, okay? And she's running really hard. Sorry, I just got this gnarly itch. She's running really hard, and she's doing really well, and it doesn't look like she's struggling that much, but she's talking about it so hard, oh my god, and she starts crying because she's doing it, crying because she's never done this before. Now, she's saying to me that she's in pain, and she's saying to me, I can't breathe, but she is breathing so deeply, so beautifully. I mean, I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is amazing, because she's crushing her time. Okay, guys, she's crushing her time. I had no doubt that she would, but she is literally crushing her time as she's crying. She's crying. I'm like, this is beautiful, but it's getting a little dangerous. Like, it was a lot of tears at this point. She's breathing well. Her mechanics were looking good. Now, I was like, okay, girl, take it down a notch, because, like, I want this to be safe, and right now this isn't very safe, like, with the crying and whatnot. So I was like, just take it down and walk it off. Now, I'm standing there just like, I'm trying to match the energy, right? But I was like super happy for her, because I'm watching her run, and I'm watching her now slow down, but I know she's still going to beat her time. I know she's still going to beat her time, because I set the intention, I set the goal, and I know my client. I was like, push her at 6.5. This is what she may end up doing. I believe that she can do the whole thing. Anyway, so she's walking. She ends up having to walk it off for like 5 minutes, okay? Like 4 or 5 minutes. And keep in mind, the first part of the walk was like 4, because like you're not going to start walking at 2.5 after like running at 6.5, which for her is almost like a sprint. So anyway, so she's crying, she's bawling, she won't look at me, she's looking away, and I'm just filling her with, you know, you're doing so well, this is amazing, I would feel good about this, feel proud about this, you know, and then crying more. And I know that this is because it's a mental shift. This is an emotional shift. And why am I sharing this with you guys today? Because what I'm about to share next is so key, okay? So, of course, she wants to stop, and I'm like, nope, we do the full mile. That's it. We have to do the full mile, even if you end up walking it. It is what it is. So I was like, I'll let you know when to stop. You stop at X amount, and if you want to keep walking it off just to breathe, whatever you need to do, keep going. So anyway, she hits the time that she needs to, and so I'm like, all right, and she's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and this is a normal thing. So anyway, so she goes to the bathroom, and I know she's just taking time for herself. It's an emotional shift. She's crying, and I'm looking at her times. I'm writing everything down in my phone, and I'm just like, this is amazing. She hit her mile time. She did about 13 minutes. 13 minutes, even with the walking, okay? Now, she hasn't realized this yet, okay? So in her mind, when she began, it was, I don't want to run, I can't run that fast, I don't want to run the mile, can't run it in this time, all these negative thoughts, right? But as we're running, sometimes you need that someone to get you into that zone where you're like, yep, I can. Yes, I am. I'm doing it right now. Rah, rah. Even though in the time being, she was like, I can't do this, I can't breathe. Even though she's breathing deeply, her mechanics look good, etc. The only thing telling her that she couldn't breathe, the only thing telling her that she couldn't do it was her mind, okay? Now, she comes back from the bathroom, and I meet her in the hallway, and I was like, listen, can I talk to you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, and she's like crying still. And I was like, I know what this is, okay? I was like, I know that this is an emotional experience more than anything. And she's like crying. And I was like, I feel this because I've been there. And I was like, listen, I understand that this is a emotional breakthrough. This is a mental breakthrough more than it is anything else. We already knew you could do it physically, okay? At least I knew you could, or I wouldn't have had you do it. But I know this is a mental thing, and I know this is emotional. And I know you've always been used to being the slow one, to always being the one who's behind, to always being the one who can't hit the right time, who has to start walking. This was her identity, okay? So I'm talking to her, and she's crying, and I was like, I feel your energy. I feel why you're crying. I know it's because you can feel how much I believe in you. I know it's because you can feel the passion that I have and the belief that I have in you. And I know that you're starting to feel yourself believe that too. And because that's scary, because that's something you're not used to, it's emotional and it causes you to cry. And I understand that and I feel that. I feel